This video shows Selection Master's level rehost function. What this is meant to do is to move objects from one level to another. You can do it in bulk or you can do it one at a time. In the interest of simplicity, I'm just doing one at a time here. So how this works is we need to create our selection first, select the objects that we want to move from one level to another. This may be a good place to use the quick level command, or one of the other quick filters, or even the full select filter to find certain objects on a certain level. In this case, I'm just going to pick this table here. You can see this is on the entry level right here, and open the level rehost tool. You'll see I get this dialog with several options here. What I want is to set the new level. This is the elements that or the level that the elements should end up on. Right now they're on the entry level, so I'm going to go ahead and try to move that up to the second floor. You've got a checkbox here for modify offsets. What that does is it will keep the object in the same physical location, so it will offset from its new level wherever possible. There are some elements that are not possible to do. They don't have an offset parameter, so rehosting them will move them to the new level no matter what. However, if you select this, whenever possible, the element will say give itself an offset from the new level to keep itself in the same position. So if it's at 2 foot higher than level 1 right now, which if level 1 is at 0 and level 2 is at 10, and you move it to level 2, it will give itself a -8 offset to remain in the same spot. If you uncheck this, it will keep its 2 foot offset from level 2. And so it'll move itself up in relation to the new level. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I want this table to pop up to the next floor. Down here you've got multi-level options. Multi-level elements, again, are elements like walls, stairs, ramps, stuff like that, which have a base constraint and a top constraint. This is where you set what constraint you want to set, whether you want to set the base constraint or the top constraint. So if I've got walls selected here, what do I want to move the wall base constraint to that new level, or do I want to move the wall top constraint to the new level? And in this case I've only got one table, so this is irrelevant, but okay, I'm going to go ahead and press OK. There you go, you see my table moved up to the next level, and obviously now it's in the middle of a door or middle of a wall, so that's not what we want. Maybe I'm trying to flop some spaces from floor to floor here. I'm going to go ahead and move that wall that the table is interfering with. I'm going to move it down now using the same tool. First I'm going to move the base down. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say new level is on the entry level, and I do not want to modify offsets because I'm moving it down, and I do want to set the base constraint. Now we do have a multi-level element because we've got a wall with a base constraint and a top constraint. Okay, so I do want to move the base constraint. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to work with the top, and normally I would probably want to do not modify again, but I'm going to move the top constraint to based on level 2, and I'm going to go ahead and check this just so we can see what we're looking at. You can see right now top constraint up to level 3, and it's not offset at all from level 3. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to move the top constraint this time. And click OK. You can see the wall did not change its physical location at all, but you can see top constraint up to level 2 first floor and top offset 12'6". So now it's associated with level 2, but it kept its same physical position. I can always go back and change this to 0, and I get a room warning because I just took away a wall of a room, but you get the idea. Go ahead and undo that so that I get my room warning back. Okay, so that is how you rehost elements, and again, it's obviously in the Revit interface I can change these pretty easily with one element, but this is much more powerful when you're talking about in bulk. If you want to move many things from one, perhaps a redundant level, to consolidate 2 levels, you can do this on an entire floor worth of walls or doors or whatever, and do them all in bulk at once, and that's the Rehost tool with Selection Master.